Yo, what's up? This your boy here back at y'all with a late night hammer. You know what I'm saying? Let's get right into this. So, resident super coon, Daniel Cameron, to the moon, right? Now, this dude is out here now trying to keep the grand jury file secret. Okay, and this article is coming from CNN. Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron wants to keep the grand jury proceedings and testimony secret in the Breonna Taylor murder case, according to a motion filed yesterday. Now, a judge had given Cameron until Wednesday to respond to a motion filed last week by an anonymous grand jury in the Breonna Taylor case that seeks to release the recordings, transcripts, and reports of the grand jury relating to the case. Now, the motion asks to make a binding declaration that the grand jury has the right to disclose information, particularly to avoid fears that Cameron would attempt to use the court's powers of contempt in a case of public disclosure, in which that's what he tried to do. He basically said, look, you can't say anything. If you say anything about this case, we're going to hold you in contempt. And, if you get held in contempt, we're going to put you in jail. Now, that is a scare tactic to keep people from talking. But the thing about it is, people ain't scared. They're going to talk. They're talking about this. Now, Daniel Cameron admitted himself that he was never pursuing murder charges against those cops in the Breonna Taylor. The dude flat out admitted that, right? So why are you filing a motion to keep this secret? Shout out to Stephanie Dews in the building. Appreciate you for being here tonight. If you're not going to pursue charges, if the case is practically closed for all intents and purposes, then why are you filing a motion to keep this secret? You're not charging them with anything. Wanton endangerment, big deal. Right? He threatened the life of another person. Meanwhile, Breonna Taylor shot dead, and you're not even going to pursue murder charges? Man, I'm telling you, man, Daniel Cameron, he is a fucking loser, okay? Another guy that has been propped up by white supremacy in our faces. This dude is disgusting, man. For real, this dude's disgusting. The article goes on to say the grand jury indicted former Metro Police Detective Brent Hankerson for first-degree wanton endangerment for allegedly shooting through Taylor's home into a neighbor's apartment. He pleaded not guilty to the charges. Last week, an attorney representing the grand jury suggested that Cameron may have represented the public the case or misrepresented to the public the case presented to the panel. Cameron said grand juries operate in secret to protect the people involved. No, it's to protect your ass. It is not to protect the people involved. See, that's that word salad we get fed, right? If the trial jury isn't secret, then why the fuck the grand jury got to be secret? Daniel Cameron, we're not dumb, okay? The only reason the grand jury is secret so that way you can go ahead and work your little magic behind the scenes. And then when it's all said and done, you can come out and be like, see, there's nothing to see here. I tried to get the grand jury to come out with an indictment. Look, we all know that you don't even need a grand jury if you really want to press charges on somebody. You don't need no fucking grand jury. You didn't need a grand jury when Kenneth Walker got arrested. So why do you need a grand jury for these cops? Unless you're trying to cover it up, in which you did cover it up, and you was going to get with it. You was going to get away with it if it weren't for that pesky juror. That juror came out saying that, hey, look, I want him to release everything, right? Because you said you did a thorough job. Let's shove aside the fact that you failed to look at the search warrant that started this whole thing in the begin with. This no-knock warrant that was filed under false pretenses. But yet, you did a thorough job, Daniel Cameron. You did a thorough job to where you overlooked the one thing, the only thing that started this whole motherfucking mess to begin with. That bullshit no-knock warrant that was filed under false pretenses. So you can't sit here and tell me that you, man, the more I think about this case, the more this shit pisses me off, man. Because this bullshit is going long enough. This is raw, unadulterated prosecutorial misconduct. Daniel Cameron ass need to be in fucking jail. Period. Now, I'm going to show you some more word salad that this bastard tried to pull. He says allowing this disclosure would irreversibly alter Kentucky's legal system by making it difficult for prosecutors and the public to have confidence in the secrecy of the grand jury process going forward. There don't need to be any kind of secrecy. Why? So you can do your little magic behind the scenes, and then after it's all said and done, you force them to not say anything out of fear of being held in contempt and getting jail time. And all you can come out and say is, well, you know, with the case, we presented the case to the grand jury, and, you know, and we thought we had an open and shut case, but the grand jury just didn't want to indict anybody. You're literally speaking for them. Ain't nobody stupid. They said, do I see the new photos? No, I have not seen the new photos they put out. I'm pretty sure a lot of that stuff was planted in the crime scene. Because the whole narrative got changed from them being law-abiding citizens with no criminal record to Breonna Taylor being this damn drug runner. Yes, we want the prosecutors to be. We want it to be difficult for prosecutors to have secrecy. The fuck you need secrecy for? You don't need any secrecy. You need to do your fucking job. And I don't want to hear this thing about accountability. Look, I want punishment. These cops out here killing people left and right. These cops out here doing all this bullshit. They need to be punishment. Not accountability. They need to be punishment. These dudes need to be fired. They need to be a registry to where they can't even work as a security guard at a fucking food bank. For real. Let's just be honest about the qualified immunity needs to be gone. Period. You can't hide behind that qualified immunity shit no more. If you want to sit up here and, you know, uphold these, you know, cops like they're the, you know, these citizens out here, whatever like that, they need to be held to the highest standards. Y'all see, let's just be honest about that. They need to be held to the highest standards. That means if you, as a police officer, have any kind of incident against you, right? You need to be gone. You need to be fired. You need to be fired to the point you can't carry a weapon. You cannot practice law. You cannot even you can't be a police officer nowhere else. You can't even work as so much as a security guard at a bank. This is the kind of thing that, but will they do that? Hell no, they're not going to do that. Because these politicians are bought and paid for by police unions. As soon as Daniel Cameron made that announcement that he wasn't going to charge those fucking cops with the murder of Breonna Taylor, look who came out praising him. Donald Trump. The head Fraternal Order of Police, one of the biggest police unions in the country. Matter of fact, it is the biggest police union in the country, the National Fraternal Order of Police. So, yeah, come on. We all knew the fix was in. Daniel Cameron is not more than a bought and paid for bootleg. And this case right here pretty much defined his career in politics. Because as soon as he tried to go up for governor, you think Daniel Cameron's gonna be a governor of Kentucky? Fuck no. No one's voting for Daniel Cameron as a governor of Kentucky. You think if he tries to run for Senate, whether it be a state senator or in the U.S. Senate, you think they're gonna vote Daniel Cameron in after all that bullshit he did, all that covering up he's doing for them fucking racist white cops? Fuck no. We don't need to have confidence in any kind of secrecy. We need to have confidence in you being transparent to the public. That's what we want to have confidence in. Not this fucking bullshit word salad, but we salute to Adrian Barbie and Maximus Royalty in the building. I'm gonna repeat what he said again because I want y'all to pay attention to the word salad he tried to feed people right here. Allowing this disclosure will irreversibly alter Kentucky's legal system by making it difficult for prosecutors and the public to have confidence in the secrecy in the grand jury process going forward. We don't need no goddamn secrecy when it comes to grand jury selection. And that's part of the problem now. That's why we can't get no traction on people who should be held accountable or punishment, right? Because these cops should be in fucking jail right now. They should not be walking the streets. They should not be out here, living their daily lives like nothing happened. But this bought and paid for bootleg named Daniel Cameron. That's right. Daniel Cameron, old trifling ass. This motherfucker can swirl it up with his wife and sleep well at night, knowing he did their family injustice. And besides, if there was, and this goes back to the question I'm always asking, right? If there's so much that went right and nothing went wrong, then why in the fuck did that family get a $12 million settlement? So you basically acknowledge that a wrong was done, but you are not willing to right that wrong by putting the people responsible for the killing of that woman in prison. And you, Mr. Daniel Cameron, that's right, you bought and paid for bootleg, have practiced prosecutorial misconduct. You have performed a dereliction of duty that should not go unpunished. That's right. You're going to take the fall for this shit, fucking coon ass motherfucker. That's right. Now, bootleg motion references what he says is a similar case filed by a grand jury in the 2014 police-involved shooting death of Michael Brown in Missouri. Not that anonymous grand jury sought to talk about the experience serving on a grand jury, the evidence presented in the investigation in a way that it could contribute to the public dialogue concerning race relations, but was barred from doing so by state law that requires secrecy grand jury deliberations. The court rejected the grand jury's request to completely invalidate the state's grand jury secrecy laws. The case is going through federal court. Why they need to be secrecy, Daniel Cameron? Why they need to be secrecy? Why? So you can go out there and you work your little magic and come back and see. There's nothing to see here. Stupid ass Daniel Cameron, man. This dude was a paper pusher and he's handling a case of this magnitude. This dude's disgusting. This dude should not be on the goddamn Attorney General of Kentucky. This Kentucky Fried Coon made from 11 herbs and spices, man. He gets on my fucking nerves. I can't stand this dude. If you want to, if you want a playbook on how to get away with prosecutorial misconduct, Daniel Cameron took his page from Kamala Harris because she had that same thing with Matrice Richardson case, right? Yes, I'm gonna continue to talk about Matrice Richardson, Kamala Harris. You will not run from this shit. I won't let you. You can't run from this issue, Kamala Harris. But we'll, for one night, I'll keep my foot out your ass. You know what I'm saying? Daniel Cameron, you disgusting. You are walking vile vermin, sewer rat. I'm telling you, man, these football players be the biggest fucking coons, man. I mean, and I'm gonna get on Herschel Walker. I'm gonna get him on his ass on my Patreon because he said some shit, and I saw this on Torian Range channel about him not wanting reparations or whatever like that. Well, Herschel Walker, you coon ass motherfucker. If you don't want your reparation, give it to me. I'll take the shit for real. I'll take your reparations there, Herschel Walker. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man. Trump out here playing quarterback, and you got Herschel Walker standing there next to him in the shotgun, blocking for him. For real. That shit crazy of what's going on. But yeah, Daniel Cameron think he's going to get away with this. You're not going to get away with this, Daniel Cameron. You're not going to get away with this. I promise you, you're not. Say someone actually got locked up for threatening Daniel Cameron. Oh, of course. Of course he's going to go after those people that's coming for him. Of course he is. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what these bootlegs do. When you got bought and paid for a sellout like this motherfucker here, then, of course he's going to, be all big and bad, hide behind the law and all that, but he won't even enforce the law when it comes to these racist white cops, right? Motherfucker was quick to arrest the 87 people that was outside his house protesting, right? Y'all remember that? The motherfucker literally got 87 people arrested for protesting outside his house. But it took 6 months, and we got a wanton endangerment charge. Man, this motherfucker don't get the fuck out of here. He's up there smearing that woman's name. Got nerve to say that you don't got no right to speak Breonna Taylor's name at that goddamn old Republican National Convention. Are you fucking kidding me? But hey, you leave it up to a motherfucker like Ted Williams. Now, if you don't know who Ted Williams is, I'm not talking about the baseball player that died recently. I'm talking about coon ass Ted Williams, who was a former police detective out there in the city of Washington, D.C. Right? In case y'all don't know what he looks like, I'm gonna give you a picture of what he looked like. Yep, because he's a piece of shit. He's a stupid ass piece of shit. Look at this ostrich. This motherfucker got a head of an ostrich egg. Okay, that motherfucker right there. That is coon ass ex-police detective Ted Williams, who went on Fox News, right? Because anytime they bought paid for a bootleg to sell the soap, here this motherfucker go. Why is there protesting? Why is this still continuing to happen? I think it's an agenda still going on. What the fuck you think, motherfucker? Who? I don't understand how this dude right here became a police detective. How did you become a police detective? It don't take that much to realize why people out here still protesting there, you stupid ass fucking coon. No, you're not disrespecting Daryl Strawberry like that, Lou. I won't let you do that. There ain't no way that dude here should be even mentioned in the same breath as Daryl Strawberry. That's my man, Daryl Strawberry. Man, look, Lou, you need to take that back. You're not going to disrespect Daniel Strawberry like that. Hell no. Hell no. Daniel Strawberry is a dude I grew up watching. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that motherfucker right there, Ted Williams, you know, that motherfucker go run settle up the mountain. Fucking man, can't stand this motherfucking coon ass motherfucker, man. Why is they still protesting? You know, they got the $12 million. Why is they still protesting? Why is all these uprisings continuing? What the fuck you mean? What the fuck you think? Huh? Duh! Put two and two together. Corny ass motherfucker. You can look at this fucking coon ass motherfucker and tell he hardly saw no police cases when he was in the force. For real. Look at him. You look at Ted Williams. Look, I'm gonna show you pictures of this motherfucker again. For real. I'm gonna show you pictures of this bastard again. And I want y'all to see, I want y'all to tell me if this is the face of a dude that actually solved the fucking homicide. Huh? Can you look at this face and tell this motherfucker solved any homicides? Huh? This motherfucker couldn't even solve a robbery at McDonald's. But yeah, I'm supposed to think this dude can solve homicide cases, right? Okay, whatever. If that will make your bacon sizzle, then go right ahead. I'm gonna tell you what else he said, right? Now he wrote a Fox News. He was in the Fox News article. He warns that criminals are taking over amid troubling crime surge and calls to defund the police. Now he went on Bill Hemmer back in June, right? He went on Bill Hemmer back in June and talked about how most criminals are taking over after major U.S. cities reported bloody weekends and increased calls to defund the police and disband police departments. Not all people are criminals. Just because I carry a gun doesn't mean I'm a fucking criminal. Who died and made this dude a police detective, man? Why? How did this motherfucker become a police detective? Please tell me. How did fucking Daniel Cameron become an attorney general? God. Man, you know what? I tell you, man, you can't make this stuff up, man. I want y'all to listen to this minstrel show known as Ted Williams. Listen to this motherfucker in action.
We took a look at the crime numbers for the nation's two largest cities. In Chicago, which had a particularly horrific weekend, there have been 81 killings in the last 21 days. That's up 56%. 351 shooting incidents, up 64%. Total crime, up about 5%. Then in New York, the number's just about as bad. Murders are up 100% in the last 3-week period. While total crime is down 12%, shootings are up 33% in New York. What in the world, Ted, is happening?
You know, you just asked a good rhetorical question. shooting and the hell is going on in our major metropolitan cities. When you have, like in Chicago over the Father's Day weekend, where you have 112 people shot, 14 fatalities, and a 33-year-old child shot, you got to wonder what is going on in these cities. And I can tell you, it is simple as this. The criminals are taking over. Law enforcement officers are really in a pickle these days, y'all. They're somewhat scared to do their job because if they do their job, then they see themselves either arrested or terminated from the police department.
Stop lying. Stop that bullshit. See, that's that fucking coon ass shit I'm talking about right there. That's that fucking bullshit that was going on right there. Because that's anything but what's going on. So let me ask you something that must affect Mr. Coon ass Ted Williams, right? When Michael Slager, right, when he opened fire down in Charleston, South Carolina, and he shot Walter Scott in the back 8 times as he was running away, was he doing his job then? Well, we're waiting, Ted Williams, you fucking coon ass motherfucker. When Michael Slager shot Walter Scott 8 times in the back as he was running away, and the only reason that dude got what he got is because of the fucking of that fucking cell phone video. If it weren't for that cell phone video, who in the fuck would have known what would have happened with that? Who knows? The motherfucker probably would have gotten away scot-free, for all we know. But yet, you get an asswipe like Ted Williams, and he says dumb shit like that. Let's continue on to see what in the hell he's going to say next.
Which they serve. And so, when you have a genuine law enforcement force out there like that, it's unfortunate, but this is the reason a lot of the criminals are running wild in these major metropolitan cities.
So how do you explain the police officers that's running around here rampant in these cities? Some of these dudes is racist. How do you explain that, Ted Williams? Oh yeah, you can. You motherfucking coon ass motherfucker.
Well, as you know, Congress wants to take up the issue of police reform. Do you think there are useful reforms that can come out of Washington, D.C. and still allow our police to do their jobs?
I think it clearly can be useful matters that come out of Congress here and allow police officers.
Man, you already know what it is when it comes to this motherfucker, man. First of all, we don't need police reform. You just need to enforce the laws that's already out there. Let's try that. Before we start talking about any kind of reform, let's start by enforcing the law that's already in place. Daniel Cameron? We're waiting on you, Daniel Cameron. We're waiting on you, Super Coon. I'm just saying. We waiting on Daniel Cameron to do his fucking job. So what's it gonna take? Huh? Well, it's clearly showing that you got these motherfucking police unions behind you on your side. It's pretty clear that you got Mitch McConnell by your side and Donald Trump by your side. But as soon as they get done with you, Mr. Daniel Cameron, you know what they do with his tools when they get done using them, right? 2 breaks. Then what you gonna do, Daniel Cameron? Because you can't come back to the black community. You can't. You just can't. Okay? Don't even ask. Don't even think about it. You buck dancing sellout motherfucker. That's right. Daniel Cameron is a buck dancing sellout coon ass motherfucker, man. And I hate motherfuckers like him. A bought and paid for bootlick. And all he did up to this point was find ways to cover up for them fucking thugs with badges, man. Don't tell me there's fucking good cops out here when they out here not holding the bad ones accountable. Don't fucking tell me that shit. Because there ain't no such thing as a good cop. As far as I'm concerned, all of y'all are fucking dirty. You sitting here talking about, well, we gotta protect our brother. No, that ain't your fucking brother. You got these police officers, you got these detectives on here going on these rants, talking about, well, there's good cops out here, and there's gonna be bad apples. Well, guess what? You got to get the bad apples out before they ruin the bunch. You not holding the bad cops accountable. If y'all not putting these fucking thugs in jail that's running around here selling the soap, well, guess what? If y'all go sell up here selling the soap, then when you go to jail, better hope and pray that you don't drop the soap. This your boy. Scream at me. Hey!